Thank you for joining us on New Media One. Our special guest today is Cleveland Thomas. He's the ITU area representative for the Caribbean. Cleveland, welcome to New Media.
Thank you.
And I know you're in Antigua because the ITU had an expert level training workshop here. Can you give us a little bit more info on this workshop?
Yes, we had a workshop for 4 days here in Antigua. It's all on ITU's, under ITU's initiative for costing and pricing. And we had invited close to 29 plus people from throughout the region. The intention is really to share with the region best international practices on costing for IP services, broadband, internet, whatever it might be, as simple as it is, helping regulators to have a better appreciation as to how best to go about doing that. Yes.
Okay, and why is it important to have this workshop?
Well, I think as the technology evolves, the way we price our products and services in the IT environment in the past is not necessarily the same thing that happens today. You are aware that many of the operators coming in, they are keen to give you packages and sign contracts, and sometimes you're not even sure what you're paying for. There's also the need to regulate that. Are you paying the right price? Should it change? And this is where now we as regulators are provided with this training workshop to better understand, to get some guidance, to get some examples, even course models. We went through some course model exercises which help, I believe, and most of the participants are now going away, hopefully with greater knowledge of costing and pricing than the time they came.
And general impressions from participants?
Well, the feedback, we did a survey at the end, and the general feedback was over 98% satisfaction, which is quite good. I mean, we had the participants who were not finance people. Some of them were lawyers, some of them in the engineering area, but not necessarily in pricing and costing. And yet, it was simplified enough for them to understand and develop models and, give a very good insight. So I think this is the best for the Caribbean and going forward.
And for consumers, I guess we should be happy that you guys are having this workshop because consumers are always looking for the best deal,
right,
and for great service.
Right.
So how do you make sure that you're getting great deals and plus you're getting quality service?
I think the fact that you have more information now on what really constitutes the components of a price. I think now the regulator, who is the watchdog for many of those operators, they are better placed to look at a price, see if it's fair, if it's reasonable, to recognize if things are cross-subsidized, to what extent, and possibly to ensure at the end of the day there is no what I call overpricing. So the average consumer, with better regulation, better oversight, should see the benefits of that in due course.
And I know the ITU recently released, I can't let you go without mentioning this, recently released its Measuring Information Society report. And
right.
In that report, Antigua and Barbuda was ranked 49th in the global ranking. So I know the ITU is here having this meeting, but you have to tell us a little bit more about this because in Antigua and Barbuda, I know the Ministry of Telecoms especially is very proud of this rank.
Right. Well, I should say congratulations to Antigua and Barbuda. Yes, they rank 49th in the world global ranking out of 157 countries. Antigua and Barbuda is ranked number 2 in the Caribbean after Barbados. Antigua and Barbuda is ranked 5th in the Americas and doing far better than many other countries in the Caribbean who are possibly better placed in terms of resources So something Antigua and Barbuda is doing pretty well that others are not. And I think here, just coming to this site here and looking at your GATE program is good reason one can understand why that is so. I have been just through the premises, and I am seeing that it is highly impressive. I don't know that there is a similar program in the Caribbean, and for a country that is equally challenged financially as any other country in the Caribbean, we really have to commend the vision, the direction, the government, and the truth is good leadership. We have been fortunate in the ITU to work closely with Dr. Mansour. And I believe that what we see here is a testimony of what I call good vision and foresight and insight.
Okay. And so is there any good practices that other Caribbean countries can maybe utilize, some model that Antigua and Barbuda is doing that you would encourage them to maybe, duplicate?
Yes. Each country in the Caribbean has its unique good way that we can all learn from each other. And collectively, however, as a Caribbean region, I believe that we can do so much more better rather than individually. In the case of Antigua and Barbuda, I think we have seen from the results of the survey that you are doing something very good at the moment, very, very well. One of the things that you do well is that it is a clear, very, very clear, that leadership is critical. There must be good leadership. There must be a people-centered focus. The more that you have people involved, engaged, and allowed to explore their innovative nature, and that seems to be happening here. And I think too, a willingness to what I call open and partner with a lot of the other agencies. Again, we see that here. So those three things really, really commendable from Antigua and Barbuda. And then you have a program, as I said here, at the GATE program, going through and see what is happening with the computer repairs, going through and see what is happening with the school education program, even some of right here in the media unit. It's really a good example for many other countries in the region.
Well, on that, I think we can close. And you've been watching New Media One with special guest, ITU Area Representative for the Caribbean, Cleveland Thomas.